Welcome to TechSphere. Today we're going to be taking a deep dive into the world of sales and marketing to answer the question, what is cross-selling?
Ooh, interesting.
You've probably experienced it while shopping online
Oh, yeah.
or even in a store. You might also like suggestions.
Yeah, those get me every time.
But have you ever stopped to think about the strategy behind them?
Not really. Tell me more.
We're going to unpack the different types of cross-selling,
Okay,
the benefits for both businesses and customers,
gotcha.
and even some ethical considerations.
Interesting. Can't wait.
So, before we get ahead of ourselves,
Right?
let's start with the basics.
Yeah.
What exactly is cross-selling?
Well, the UltaHost blog defines it as providing the customer with other products or services affiliated with what he or she is buying.
So it's not just about randomly suggesting more stuff, right?
Definitely not.
It's about understanding the customer's needs and offering items that enhance their original purchase.
Exactly. It's all about adding value.
And this is where it gets a little tricky. We need to distinguish cross-selling from upselling,
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
which a lot of people get confused. Upselling is convincing the customer to upgrade to a more expensive version of the same product.
Right, like getting the deluxe model instead of the basic one.
Exactly. But cross-selling focuses on complementary items.
Ah, I see the drug.
So like if you're buying a camera,
Okay.
upselling would be like, hey, why not get the professional model with all the fancy features? But cross-selling would be like, you're going to need a memory card for all those amazing photos you'll be taking.
Oh, and a tripod.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious, from a business perspective,
Yeah.
why bother with cross-selling at all?
Well, obviously there's the potential to increase revenue.
Sure.
But it's not just about squeezing more money out of customers.
Right. It's got to be more than that.
A well-executed cross-sell can actually enhance the customer's experience
I like that.
and make their purchase even more valuable.
So it's a win-win.
Exactly. The UltaHost blog highlights some key benefits. Increased customer satisfaction,
Oh,
stronger customer relationships, and even improved inventory management for businesses.
that's pretty impressive. Now let's talk about the different types of cross-selling.
All right. One common approach is product bundling, where related items are packaged together, often at a discount.
Oh, yeah, like those the look bundles you see with clothes.
Exactly. It's a win-win. Customers get a better deal and businesses move more inventory.
Makes sense. And then there are those personalized recommendations
Oh, yeah.
based on past purchases or browsing history. It's like they know exactly what I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a little creepy.
That's the magic of digital cross-selling. Those customers also bought sections you see on e-commerce sites. They leverage technology to analyze customer behavior and make real-time recommendations.
It's like having a virtual salesperson in your pocket.
Pretty much.
Speaking of technology, what other tools do businesses use to power their cross-selling efforts?
Well, CRM software is a big one.
CRM.
Yeah, customer relationship management. It helps track customer data and identify those golden cross-selling opportunities.
Ah, I see. So they can personalize the recommendations even further.
Exactly. And then there's e-commerce platforms, which have built-in features for product suggestions and bundling.
So it's all about making it easy for businesses to implement these strategies.
Absolutely. And then we can't forget about the game changer, AI.
Ooh, AI. Always got to bring in the AI.
Artificial intelligence is transforming cross-selling, analyzing massive amounts of data to personalize those recommendations with crazy accuracy.
Wow. That's pretty impressive.
It is.
But with all this sophisticated technology, it does raise some ethical questions,
Well,
right?
absolutely.
Like, how do we make sure businesses aren't just pushing unnecessary products on unsuspecting customers?
That's the key right there. Ethical cross-selling has to prioritize the customer's needs and interests.
It's about offering genuine value, not just maximizing profit. And the UltaHost article really stresses the importance of transparency, making sure customers understand how the additional products will benefit them.
Yeah. Transparency is key.
So are there any other challenges or potential downsides to cross-selling?
Definitely. One of the biggest challenges is making sure recommendations are actually relevant.
That makes sense.
If they're not, customers can get annoyed or even distrustful. Like if you're buying a laptop and they suggest a garden hose.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Right. And it's important to strike the right balance. You don't want to bombard customers with too many suggestions.
That could be overwhelming.
Exactly. Instead of being helpful, it becomes counterproductive.
So it's all about finding that sweet spot.
Exactly. Offering valuable additions without being pushy.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So we were talking about finding that sweet spot with suggestions.
Right. Not too many, not too few.
Like, imagine you walk into a store
Okay.
to buy, say, a new outfit. A good salesperson might suggest a matching pair of shoes.
Oh, yeah, to complete the look.
Exactly. Or maybe a stylish scarf.
Ooh, I do love a good scarf.
Right. But if they start piling on too many accessories,
Like a hat, gloves,
yeah,
jewelry.
it gets overwhelming.
Definitely. I'd probably just walk away.
And that's what we want to avoid. It's about making the customer feel good about their purchase.
Empowered, not pressured.
Exactly. And cross-selling can be used effectively in so many different industries.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Well, think about financial services.
All right.
You open a checking account.
Mm-hmm.
The bank representative might suggest a credit card.
Or a loan.
Right. It's a natural progression.
They already have a relationship with you.
Exactly. And healthcare, too.
Healthcare.
Yeah, like your doctor recommending a specific brand of vitamins.
To go with your treatment plan.
Exactly. So you see, cross-selling is everywhere.
It's like a hidden world.
And when it's done right, it really can benefit both sides.
The businesses and the customers.
Absolutely. It's all about understanding the customer's journey.
Anticipating their needs.
Exactly. Now, let's shift gears a bit.
Okay. And talk about why this matters to you, the listener.
Yeah, good point. We've covered a lot of ground.
How can our listeners use this knowledge?
In their everyday lives.
Exactly. So next time you're shopping,
Online or in a store,
take a moment to observe the cross-selling tactics.
be a detective.
Are the recommendations helpful and relevant? Or do they feel pushy?
Good question.
By becoming aware of these strategies, you can make better decisions.
More informed choices.
Exactly. You can avoid those impulse purchases.
The ones you regret later.
Exactly. So remember,
Knowledge is power.
yes, become a savvy consumer.
Take control of your shopping experience.
And don't be afraid to say no.
If something doesn't feel right,
Exactly. You have the power to choose.
that's a great takeaway.
It is.
All right, so we've talked about the good, the bad, and the ugly of cross-selling.
Yeah, we've covered a lot.
But what does it all mean for the average consumer? Like, how do we navigate this world of sneaky sales tactics? Well, the key is awareness, right? We're bombarded with marketing messages everywhere we go.
It's true. It's inescapable.
So by understanding how these strategies work, you can become a more conscious consumer.
So it's not about avoiding cross-selling altogether.
Not necessarily. It's more about recognizing it when you see it.
Okay. I like
And then making a decision based on your needs, not on some clever marketing ploy.
that makes sense. So any tips for our listeners on how to spot ethical versus unethical cross-selling?
Well, the first thing is to really look at the recommendations.
Like with a critical eye.
Exactly. Are they truly helpful? Do they make sense with your original purchase?
And what about those situations where you feel pressured to buy something you don't really need?
That's a classic sign of unethical cross-selling. It's all about creating a sense of obligation.
Like you had to buy it to complete the set or whatever.
Right, and you should never feel that way. Remember, you always have the power to say no.
So it's okay to walk away from a sale.
Absolutely. Especially if you feel pressured or uncomfortable. That's empowering.
It is. And don't be afraid to ask questions.
Like, why do I need this?
Exactly. A good salesperson should be able to explain the benefits clearly.
If they can't, that's a red flag.
Exactly. So to wrap things up,
Yeah, let's bring it all together.
cross-selling can be a great tool for both businesses and customers.
When it's done right.
Exactly. It's about enhancing the customer experience, not exploiting it.
And for our listeners, the takeaway is to be informed, be aware.
And be empowered to make your own choices.
I like that. Well said.
Thanks.
This has been a fascinating deep dive into the world of cross-selling. We've uncovered the secrets, the strategies, and the ethics behind this powerful marketing tool.
Hopefully our listeners feel more equipped to navigate the marketplace with confidence.
And make smart decisions that align with their needs and values.
Absolutely.
Thanks for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share with friends. We'll see you next time on TechSphere for another deep dive into the world of technology and business.
Until then, stay curious, stay informed.